What is up, BookTube? It's Monty. Today, I thought I would do something that's a little bit different for me, and I would go through and react to a bunch of Taryn hate comments that I pulled from various Goodread reviews. I'm not going to say who said it because I didn't save that. I literally just screenshot the snippet that talked about Taryn. Some of these I think are pretty funny. Some of them I think I won't really have a lot to say about. So we're just gonna get through it because I don't plan on editing this video. So let's see how this goes. The first comment reads, "I just need to renew my membership in the Taryn Hate Club." Pretty tame. Hopefully it's not too expensive for you to do that. This book's star was Taryn. Taryn, for God's sake. This one was part of a larger review where I felt the person didn't really like the book, but they liked Taryn, and so that made me happy inside. Next was, "I think Taryn should be banished to another world," and I don't understand why. What did Taryn do that she needs to be banished for? Banishment? Take a seat. Spoiler alert, at first I thought Vivi was horrible for glamoring her own girlfriend, but nope, Taryn is worse. She's a backstabbing piece of trash, and I hope she dies in the next book. I don't think anyone is going to die in the next book. I know that, Balkan died in this one and the entire royal family died in the last one, but if I had to put money on somebody dying, it would be Matic, not my girl Taryn. Just saying. And also, Vivi was trash for glamming her girlfriend. I'm happy that people acknowledge that. I enjoyed the characters a lot more, mainly Jude and Carden, which I don't know how you can enjoy Carden. He's in it for 5 pages. Excluding Taryn. Fuck you, Taryn. You can go to hell. I mean, Taryn, again, is not in the book a lot, and she literally is only in the book to be an antagonistic force, but go off. Next, Black kept repeating how Jude and Taryn were twins, so I was waiting for Taryn to become a key figure in a dastardly plot, lol, rather than just a girl wanting to marry a boy. I do think that it's important to have fictional female characters that do want more than just to marry a boy. I think it's important to show them being the heroes of their own story. I think that there'll never be too many stories where you have, the kick-ass action heroine. Fine, but I also think that there are people in the world that just want to settle down and get married, and I think that's who Taryn is. We've established that in The Cruel Prince. There was a flashback prologue in this book that established that. I think it's weird to judge her for wanting something that her character has obviously been building toward. That's just me. I still despise Taryn so much, and I couldn't care less about her wedding. That's because her wedding was done shit. That was part of the overall problem of not describing anything and the lack of the world building to me. Her wedding was not important to the plot at all, but it also it was built up as a big thing, or a minor big thing, in the beginning third of the book, and then when we actually got to the wedding, it was really lackluster. So I also couldn't care less about her wedding, but I don't understand why you would despise Taryn for that. That was a Holly Black problem, not a Taryn problem. Next one. This is the entire review, so I did screenshot this one, and it's 5 stars. I gave it 5 stars. "I hope Taryn dies. Dies. She is the frickin' worst." They said they were going to come back, but they needed to get that out, but they haven't updated their review yet. So I obviously don't hope that Taryn dies. And I think the fact that she elicited these strong emotions prove that she was part of the most interesting part of the book. Just saying. Next, "Oh my goodness, I love it. Love all the characters, except Taryn." Okay, I don't understand how, but sure. This one's pretty long. This one is, "Taryn and Locke are married. God, I hate them both." I mean, weird flex, but let's continue. "I knew the whole time that Taryn was up to no good, and at some point she would pretend to be Jude to get some sort of advantage." I mean, I guess they're twins, so at the back of your mind that makes sense to me, but at the same time, I don't understand why you think that she would do that to get an what would her advantage be? Let's continue. "I'm pleasantly surprised to see, though, that she's not as passive toward fairy politics as we thought she was." I would disagree. I think that, like I said in my review, which I'll leave in the cards to both books, she she's a passive character. Like, she has no agency for the most part. But let's continue. I think she married Locke because she loves him, but also because it's an advantageous marriage. Yeah, I would agree with that. But they both suck. Taryn pretended to be Jude while Carden was still all messed up from when Balekin poisoned him and convinced Carden to let Maddox loan half the fairy army. Which, again, I think that goes to how she's not... She doesn't have agency. Like, she is not in control of anything. Like, she is still being manipulated by Maddox. And if she's not being manipulated, she still is aligning herself with the man who killed her parents. Like, there is trauma associated with that. And I think that you have to... People acknowledge that when it comes to Jude and everything that Jude does. But Taryn has the same trauma. They're not going to react the same just because they're fucking twins. I really hate Taryn, the backstabbing bitch. I mean, but that's why it's good book. I was going to say that's why it's good TV, but it's not television, obviously, because it's a book. Like, her being a backstabbing bitch made the shit interesting. Like, there was literally nothing going on. And then when she was a backstabbing bitch, shit got interesting. Next. Characters I did not like. Taryn, fake. I did not want to like her, but she's really an awful person, excuse of a sister. I have a lot of siblings. I'm not really close to any of them. I do not communicate with them on any kind of regular basis. So, personally, I don't think it's important for characters in books to have a close sibling relationship, and I think that seems to be a lot of, like, the core of what people don't like. Next comment. Taryn is a nightmare. I mean, I would agree, and that's why you need to watch out, because she is going to come for you. Next comment. Also, fuck a bitch named Taryn and another named Locke. I just liked that one. I don't really have any commentary. Next comment. And I also hate Taryn and Locke with a vengeance. I hope their lives will be miserable forever and ever. They're not real. Like, when you end the book, it's done. So, they will not have miserable lives. They seem to have perfectly fine lives at the moment. Next, Taryn. Oh my gosh, Taryn. I don't even know what to say about her. She's a lot more devious than I would have thought. But then again, she's Jude's twin. I don't understand this comment because we both read The Cruel Prince, obviously, because this is in a review of The Wicked King. And she was devious in that book, and she was just as devious in this one. And Jude has never been devious. I wouldn't say she's been devious. Like, I guess she's had her moments, but like, I don't know why people were shocked that Taryn was doing this shit. We all knew she could do it. Like, whatever. Next comment. And Taryn is a whiny little spineless worm. I think that's rude because she's just doing what she needs to do to survive, just like Jude is. Like, but okay, go off. In Jude's family drama, this is the last comment I'm going to read, and it's the one I agree with the most 100%. And Jude's family drama is still by far the most interesting thing in the series, TBH. I love Maddox and Taryn as characters so much. They also love Vivi. And I agree. Taryn and Maddox stirring the shit and being that bitch trademark is what it makes it. It makes the whole book, the whole thing for me. Because they're interesting. They cause things to be interesting. So those were some of my favorite comments that I pulled from Goodreads reviews. It's sort of like my response to a reacting to 1-star book thing. Like 1-star reviews of a character. Leave your thoughts on Taryn down in the comment section below. I am sure that most of them will not be positive, but that is perfectly fine. If you haven't read The Wicked King, I did review that, so again, like, those will be linked. I'm just gonna go now, so I'll see you when I see you, but until then, bye.